Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is time for our weekly reading. I'm pretty excited for this because we are about to roll into August. Y'all, August. So this reading is a weekly reading. It's going to cover, I think it's going to be the 29th through about the 3rd or the 4th of August, which is crazy, crazy, crazy right here. Also, right at the beginning of August, we got a huge new moon, and you can't believe it's in Leo. Yeah, it's in Leo, okay, right before the portal. So a whole lot of stirring going on. Let's see what the grace cards have for us for this week so we can set ourselves up for the following week. Okay, now I did pre-shuffle our grace cards. I'm just going to give it a cut, and we're going to do the 3-card spread. All right, so the first card is going to cover energies surrounding us for the next couple of days. Okay, so I guess that would, if my dates are right, that's going to be the 29th and the 30th of July. I keep saying June too. I'm stuck in June. July 2024. So let's do it. All right, y'all. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. Oh, and y'all, you know, subscriptions are free still on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. So if you care to subscribe, please think about doing that. All right, we already got it. Soul. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it's time to concentrate on being nice to yourself. Practice good soul care. The quality of our outer life is always dependent on the quality of care we give to our soul. Which means all of this out here, it's not just happen chance. Our reality mirrors how we conduct our own energy. I'm sorry, I know it's a lot of responsibility, but it's true. And no, not everything that happens in our world is our fault. So let's not roll into victimhood. But what we do need to concentrate on clearly is looking inward, figuring out what it is that makes us feel good in our day. What can I do to make myself feel fulfilled? You know, besides that old we tend to default into reaching outside of ourselves, which there's no leverage there. Will we reach outside of ourselves in search of affection and, you know, confirmation and support, when our basis of all of that starts inside of us? It starts inside of us, and somewhere along the line, the collective has been led into this belief that you got to go talk to your neighbor, you got to get this from your friend, your family, your spouse. You got to get it from your preacher. You got to get it from your priest. If you can manage this in here, which starts with kindness to yourself, which is nourishing for your soul, if you can start in here and make sure you're being nice to you. We get enough crap going on out in the outer world. You know, I know everybody here, even me, even Miss Chill. I encounter static energies all the time, and if I spent all my time going, well, why are they doing this to me? Why would they do that to me? I'm a sweet person. Don't get lost in the why, and this is a spirit message that I had early. Don't get lost in the why. Get past the why and start looking for solutions, and usually the solution starts with you. Okay? So in the next couple of days, love yourself. Take some time if you need some time. Really look at how you're feeling. You can all of the fixes come from problem solving. All the problem solving comes from looking at how you feel. That is it. That's the basis of everything that you can do in your world to change things for your better, is always starting with you, how you feel. And we are the conductors of that. We have to master how we feel no matter what's going on out there, because we can't change what's going on out there. You've heard it a million freaking times. We can only change what's going on in here, and that's where all of our leverage and power is. Okay? Okay, so 1 to 2 days out from this reading, for us in the United States, that's going to be Monday, Tuesday-ish. Concentrate on taking care of yourself. Concentrate on loving yourself. Concentrate on tapping into that wise self that will always, always give you encouragement. It won't browbeat you like the ego does. It won't give you fears like the ego does. It won't prompt you to ask why, and put you in victim mode like the ego does. This wise self inside you will nurture you will open doors for you, and will connect you with your instincts and your intuition so that you can get fresh ideas and fresh solutions for things that are going on in your world. Okay? All right, let's move on. She's lecturing a little bit today. I apologize, but no, I don't. All right, let's get our second card. Now, this second card, this is going to address the energies that are coming our way or that are going to be surrounding us 3 to 4 days out from this reading. If you are in the United States or its vicinity, this will be Wednesday and Thursday of this week, this magical week, the end of July 2024. All right. Yeah, I was really jazzed to come and do this reading today, so I may do an oracle storyboard at the end. Please stick around for that because, yeah, I'll tell you all about that in a second. Okay. You know when I get silent, we get, okay, I'm going to listen. Listen. Oh, boy. Okay, now I just touched on that. I just touched on what they're going to say. I love it when that happens. When we feel overly attached to an outcome. When you're wanting something and you want it to be like you want it, when we're overly energetically attached to an outcome, it's simply an indication that we need to reconnect with what we were just talking about, that wise self, the one that's inside. The one that will tell you to calm your jets, the one that will remind you how amazing you are, the one that will tell you that everything is happening exactly as it should be. You don't have to freak out. You don't have to go into fear mode. You don't have to be a victim in this life. But what we do have to do is be patient with process and allow Spirit to show the magic in our lives. You know, we get all bundled up with trying to manipulate everything, and we're missing all the stuff. We're missing all the valuable information the source sends our way, you know, with those blinders on. You know, and I get it. We have to try and stay focused in our world to get things done in our 3D reality. But there's a bigger picture than that. That's just a little teeny tiny little dot in our big matrix of a picture of our lives. Put my fingers on top of these all the time. So look, while you're doing this is part of it, okay? Soul care, if you take care of what's inside of here, what's out there isn't so crazy, maniacal, okay? And what to do about that, how to get to it, what's the mechanism, really take some time to go somewhere, somehow, so that you can listen to that inner voice, so that you can really connect with that inner voice, so that you don't get confused between fear and intuition. That happens a lot. I might just do a video just on trying to decipher between our fears, which is driven by our ego, and our intuition, which will give us invaluable insights into our next step in any particular situation. Okay, but listen to that wise self, because that's the one that feels good. That's not the frantic one. That's not that little voice in there going, why? What am I? Oh no, okay, what do I do? That's the one in there that's going, look. Sometimes I realize that I can't go out and manipulate this world. Sometimes I realize that the only thing that I can control is me, so I'm going to do that. And that's masterful in itself. You know, while we're busy out there trying to manipulate everything out there, we're spinning our wheels, but we really calm our jets and listen to our inside source. And we all have it. And it's not dependent on religion. Religion is a man-made construct for good reasons, and I don't knock it. But what I'm saying is there's another thing going on. So even if you're not a religious person, you do have this wise source inside of you. But it's up to us to arrange a way in our 3D existence to have the time and the space to actually listen to those messages. Okay, so it looks to me like the first part of this week, the first couple of days, the first 4 days of this week are really needing to be dedicated to ourselves. Okay, all right, so let's move on and see what else is going on around here. It's shaking. Okay, now this is going to approach the weekend. If you're in the United States, it's going to be, Friday, Saturday on into Sunday. And then for everybody else, this is 5 to 6 days out from this reading. So let's see what the Grace cards have for us after we immerse ourselves into some self-care. There she goes again, shaking that head, shaking that head. Okay, look, this is a top 10. It will get you everywhere. And I'm not saying that because I've read a bunch of books on it. I'm telling you this because I've done it. I actually put it into play and it changed my life. Gratitude. Gratitude, baby. And okay, again with the color synergy, come on with it. That is Venus Day colors. If I was a betting woman, that would be it. Venus Day colors. That's Friday, by the way. Be thankful. A grateful heart is like a magnet drawing toward it a wealth of abundance. Look, I'm the first one to say wallow a minute in something other than gratitude. I'm the first one that's going to tell you that's part of the processing. When you're anxious, when you're annoyed. I spent a whole day being annoyed last week, okay? I was processing heavily. That's so valuable, but more valuable than that is pulling ourselves off the ledge. And the one thing that we can do to snap ourselves out of any kind of lower vibration, I call it flipping my switch. So to flip your switch, gratitude is the number one mechanism to get that done. And that's your work. I'm trying to keep my straps in control. They're always out of line when I get these videos in the editing room. But anyway, this is it. This is how you do it. And you can do it. And you must do it. The directive in our lives is to go ahead and feel what we got to feel. As human beings, we are, we do all the feeling stuff. We can't help that. That's important. That's what we are. We're emotive creatures. And the feelings can't just be stuffed away somewhere so we can play happy, because that never works. Those things always come up. Okay, deal with your feelings, do whatever you got to do, be angry for a few minutes, and I would suggest doing all those lower vibrations by yourself, because when we do that outside of ourselves and we kind of express that into the world, it creates a negative domino effect of energies that return to us, and we don't need all that. Okay, go ahead and process your feelings, and then the way to snap yourself back into a higher vibration, which is what you need. I'm sorry, but you do. If you want to be angry your whole life, go ahead, but it's not going to get you anything but more of that, more of stuff to be angry over. We've got to learn to focus. We've got to learn to control our own focus. We've got to do that because we create everything to come in our now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now. So it's important that we spend a good amount of our now time feeling good, because that's what creates the more stuff to feel good about. It's actually easy math if you think about it like that. Okay, so toward the end of the week, you may be aggravated, maybe not, maybe not. Maybe we just need to be reminded that this is the mechanism that will get you everything that you want if it's good for you. If it's ultimately what your best evolution will require, you can bring it to yourself through gratitude. And you can do it. You can be elemental with it. You can just be grateful that you have running water. Have a shower. Have warm water. Be grateful with the winds blowing on a hot day. Just figure out how to be grateful, because you cannot be in those lower vibes and be grateful simultaneously. It's impossible. Okay, and there aren't a lot of impossibilities in life. We think there are, or they're not, but this one's impossible. You can't do both at the same time. So if you purposefully dive into your gratitude mode, that will really be constructive in your world in manifesting the life that you actually deserve, the life that you actually want. Okay, so 5 to 6 days out from this reading, close to the weekend here in the United States, look. Focus on your gratitude. Focus on just trying to be happy about something. Say thank you in your head. about something. Even if you're mad at somebody in traffic, say thank you that you didn't have to interchange with that person. Say thank you that that person ain't your mama. I'm just saying, there is a way around your negative feelings. There's a way to cope with it. There's a way to redirect your thought process so that you're not spending all your time being dragged around by experience, because that's just it's fleeting. It can be fleeting if we don't like clamp onto it and then drag it around with us all day. This is the great way to do it, because you know how it is. I've done it. I do it all the time, and I have to do this. I have to purposefully go into gratitude to flip my switch. We got jets flying today, y'all, excuse me. But, and you have to sometimes do it over and over and over, okay? Just to save yourself. You're saving yourself. You're pulling yourself off the ledge. Nobody can do it for you. If you're aggravated or fearful about a situation, you really just got to change your focus. And the one best mechanism is go into gratitude about anything. And while you're in gratitude, you can't be in that other space. And that is the key, okay? All right, y'all. So, yeah, let's see if I can line these up correctly. Let's see. This will be on this side, and this will be next to, yeah, I'm trying, y'all. Here, and here. Look at these beautiful colors. It's a very sedate week. Guard your energy. Try not to get into any like scuffles, and don't interject into drama. Stay out of it, okay? Because this is your directive this week. Take care of yourself, because everything you do for yourself in here will mirror out there. Just try it, okay? And then listen to that wise self when you get into those modes of combative energy or wanting to defend, or you know how you do, you know how we do, I do it, okay? Take a breath, take a moment, and remember that everything going forward requires good soul care, management of our own systems, of our own focus, of our own frequency. So listen to the wise self remind you that you are supposed to be here, you're important, you're being supported. Look away from the reality, because the reality isn't being shown to you. The whole reality is not in your 3D picture. It's just the way it is, okay? And I'm trying not to hurt my little face. She's tickling me. And toward the end of the week, look, focus on your gratitude, because that'll snap you out at any lower vibration, and that's what the name of the game. To keep ourselves in a good place where we can create our future in the mirror of how we feel. If we constantly let ourselves feel reactionary and antagonized, we're creating more of that for our future, okay? So this is really important. Use gratitude. And one day I am going to do another video just on gratitude and how I used it to get out of a situation that you wouldn't. No one thought I could do it. No one thought I could do what I did, and I had to do it alone, because all of the humans surrounding me, they jumped ship because they didn't believe in the way that I chose to do things. Well, guess what? No matter what they did, I went into gratitude and I crafted my own dang life. So, you know, if I did it, you sure as heck can do it, okay? So this is your beautiful week du jour. I'm going to show you these cards one more time. Maybe I can get a nice shot of that for the thumbnail. You know what I'm doing, okay? All right, y'all. Soul, listen, gratitude. This is a very personal week. It's a very self-driven week. It's very important that we contain our own energies and control our own focus so that we can stay on a higher frequency to create our best evolution on this planet, okay? Now, I am going to consult. Look, we haven't used this oracle in quite a while, actually. So today I'm going to see what happens out of the Wild Mystic. Now, what has been happening for me with the Wild Mystic Oracle is when I pick up these cards and I do these cards, I never do this with other decks. Never, never, never. I start pulling each card and there's this like tied together story, so I'm going to try and do that. Now, I did pre-shuffle this deck. I'm not going to look at the bottom because I already looked at the bottom. We don't need that. So I'm going to pull right off the top and see what we get. Oh. Energy. That's your hummingbird spirit. Okay? Balance. Balance. I'm not sure what that is, but I think it's the dolphin spirit. Balance. Adaptation. Is that the starfish? Oh, that's the jellyfish. It's the jellyfish. Adaptation. I'm going to pull one more, and then we'll see what this is all about. Rest. That's mirroring our grace cards for sure. So what I'm looking at here is energy, balance, adaptation, rest. Look, we are charged with keeping our energy balanced, okay? And what happens to the human in this world is we get distracted by everything that's going on outside of us. All those tugs, sorry, I got to do this. All those tugs from our friends and our family and the media, we get out of balance. And then that takes our energy, okay? So we have to adapt. We have to learn to adapt into our spiritual world. We have to create the balance that we need by taking time out of our busy days and all of those demands on our systems, on our psyches, on our energy systems to rest and replenish. And what? Give ourselves soul care. It's so necessary, okay? So look, there is no question here. That's a double down from source on this week's energy. Take care of yourself. Give yourself what you need. If things, particularly if everything around you just seems kind of chaotic or out of alignment or out of balance, you can bring things back into balance by shoring up your own energy, by controlling your own focus, and by purposefully focusing on the things that make you feel good. Because by doing that, you are creating a balance between all of the tugs from our societal situation, and you will have a better balance of energy. You know, you won't constantly feel like you're running out of your own reserve. Okay, this week particularly. Now look, we're in retrograde hell right now. I mean, we're in retrograde hell right now. And you know, retrograde systems, I think there's like 3 planets in retrograde. Retrograde systems do bring back things. They can bring back like old bosses or ex-lovers or old friends, and it can go one way or another, but it's important for us to keep our focus stable, keep our focus purposeful, okay? Especially through these retrograde energies that will bring things back up. But the one thing that it will also bring up is stuff that you thought that you had already attended to. And that's what I'm feeling is a spirit message is. And I have a specific timeline too. There was something that happened, and this is only going to, you know, resonate with a few of you, maybe more than a few of you, but there was some sort of bigger situation. It was astrologically linked, just like we're in a big astrological link right now, to where a couple of years ago you had to make a move. You made a move. And we talked about this on another video. I can't remember, a couple weeks back maybe. You made a move, you cut a cord. Even if you didn't physically cut a cord, you energetically cut a cord, and you felt like you dealt with it, and you got grateful, and you proceeded, and you had a couple of decent years, you know, slow progress. But there are some issues that you actually just put in your pocket. You didn't actually chew on those, digest them, or spit them out, or whatever we have to do with it. Okay, so that stuff might be coming up. So if you're feeling like you've re-entered some sort of emotional choppy water action, particularly with a group of people, a work source, or maybe even an individual, if stuff is coming back up with a particular individual that you thought you'd put to bed like a couple of years ago, it's no big deal. That's what the retrogrades will do for you. It'll kind of clean things up for you. So just recognize whatever it is. If you're still mad about something, you didn't think you were mad anymore, or if you're still hurt over something and you thought you were okay with that and that you'd moved on, don't give yourself a hard time, okay? Let yourself off that hook and just realize that it was a big old mess. You just didn't finish mopping the floor, okay? Just mop the floor, toss it out, and be done with it, okay? Wash out that mop pail, wash your mop, so that next time everything's clean and dandy for you to, handle whatever comes up. But it's really not a big deal. Okay, so don't think that you're revisiting anything and you're immersing yourself in anything by coping with this. Go ahead and cope with it and put it to rest for good, because this is some good energy to be able to do that. Astrologically and astronomically speaking, you're being given some energy to go ahead and cope with it and tidy it up, finally get it taken to the trash can, okay? And you're gonna know what this is. I can't possibly pick out that circumstance, but this is something that it could have been sooner, but I'm feeling like it was like 2-3 years ago. I don't know. But anyway, thank you for being here, y'all. I hope you have a magical week, and I will review these cards later in the week. I'll give you the first of the week, the midweek card, and the end of the week card, and I hope you'll join me for that. So thank you for being here. Where's my little clicker? Here's my little clicker. Thank you for being here, and if you care to share the video, please share the video to some of your peeps who might not otherwise see these videos, and please hit the thumbs up button if you did care for the video. That really always helps the algorithm keep me in the view loop, as it's on YouTube. Hi YouTube. And again, if you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing. It's still free, and I'd appreciate that. I'd love for you to come along on this journey, and it will make it so much easier for you to be apprised when I do upload these timely videos. Okay, thanks again for being here, and I will see you soon.